Great day to be rich. Say it with me. It's a great day to be rich. Say it one more time to lock it in. It is a great day to be rich. Let's bring it in from the north, the east, the west, and the south. I am the head and not the tail. I am money. Money loves me, and I love money. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars comes to me easily and effortlessly every single day. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and successful with loving, caring relationships. Thank you, God, in me. I am Vivian Rich. I am here to help you live richer with ease is my dominant intent. But I want to share with you today, in particularly, about living like a flower versus living like a tree. Yeah, success leaves clues. That's right, it does. Let's talk about living like a flower rather than living like a tree. I had, it came across my mind and my thought and my process that I had not given honor to someone that has really been an inspiration for me throughout life. And a lot of times we have people that are closest to us and we don't really appreciate and share their value or express our gratitude for their beingness and how much they've impacted our lives, right? We just typically don't. And it came across my viscera more recently that my cousin Iris, I really, really, really admire her. I really admire her in so many ways because she has a flower spirit. And to think that her name is Iris, like a flower, okay? So let's talk about like a flower. Iris was born a year older than myself. And Iris actually we call her by another name in the family. You don't need to know that. But Iris was born with the special abilities, and she was born a little bit different than you and I. Most people, her hearing was not present, as well as other things of concern health wise, and resulting in Iris not necessarily being around us or in her family home. She was raised in a different environment for the most part, because back in the day, that's how they did it. Children that required special needs were taken, or special attention were taken, or allowed to be into a program away from their family. Well, nonetheless, Iris grew up in this, she went to school away from her family, but she'd come home during the summer and we always had a great time. And I learned sign language. Okay. That's where I learned sign language, speaking with Iris. But also, what I can say how she impacted and influenced my life, really just like, whoo, she really did the thing, is regardless of what all she had or did not have, according to some people's standards, Iris actually went out and she lives a full life, a full independent life. In fact, I believe one of the programs that she was in was called Independent Living for people that are deaf. And I'm not certain if that was the program, but I know I recall seeing her on field trips at different places. And she was, when I was a child, I would see her at field trips here in Orlando and different places. And I would see her thriving. And when I say that, thriving means she's going about her life and her business as if there was nothing different. There was nothing different. There was nothing to be lacking or per se. Nothing. So went on, and she actually had the audacity as an adult. She was one of the first ones of us. It was like a couple of us born in the same year or two. She left and went off out of state by herself. She went off by herself, and she married, she had children, and she did the things she wanted to do. Are you, rich friend? Are you doing the things you want to do? Are you looking at your circumstances and counting yourself out? Iris didn't. She really didn't. She inspires me because she went out and does the things that she sets her mind to do. You too have that ability as well, rich friend, to do the things that you set your mind out to do. And that's because you have the ability. I want you to think of living like a flower. And speaking of Iris, I have these gladiolus, okay? And they actually happen to be in iridosis family of plant life. And one of the things that I find quite interesting about myself, and maybe you too, is I looked at these here when I first got them, they were all like little stems and stalks. And I would actually start it each day when it popped out and started to bloom, as you see here. I found myself admiring the blooms, of course, initially on the first day, most definitely admiring the blooms. Then, as time proceeded, my admiration became less. I started looking at the ones that are not blossoming and blooming. Like, okay, there's 5 stalks here. Why aren't they blossoming and blooming as they should at this point, right? And how many times do we go through life looking at what is not working, what is not blossoming and blooming? If my cousin Iris had taken that approach, she probably would never have gotten married. She probably would have never had children. She probably would have never left her family. And I want to share that with you as a flower does. These here gladiolas, if they had stayed in the ground like a tree, providing opportunities for everyone and everything to provide shade, provide oxygen, providing a nesting place, doing all the things to provide for others, but staying rooted and grounded and never leave or never being adaptable to leaving out of and being transplanted to experience something different, then it would never be in the house. These gladiolas are like they're perennials. I've learned that, and so they come and they bloom for a season, and then they retract. I would say retract because I'm not certain of the clarification of the exact word in plant life, but they actually go back, and then they come back and blossom and bloom again. And I want you to think of yourself like that. You need to you honor, you're worthy of this. And I want to invite you to take time for yourself to step back from whatever it is you're experiencing right now and collect yourself. Give yourself the honor of refreshing yourself, getting a new thought process, being open to new experiences, and then come back and bloom. Blossom and bloom where you are. Be like the flowers. And if it's not being taken care of, now, should I decide to neglect these gladiolas and I don't provide water, changing the water out, if I don't make sure it's in the proper lighting, they're going to wither. They're going to wither. Now, a tree, on the other hand, it's rooted and planted where it is, and everything comes and takes what they need to survive. Well, it doesn't have the opportunity to just get up and leave. It may wither, it may take a long time for it to wither, but a plant will wither with a quickness. And I say that there and share that with you. Being like a plant, you'll have an opportunity to replenish yourself and renew yourself and give yourself opportunities to experience more of life in different spaces, in different places with different people. And that is living. That's not just existing and allowing others to take what just take. Because some people don't know where the limit is to stop taking. Some people just don't know. There is a limit to that. But I want to invite you, rich friend, to be like a plant, blossom and bloom, blossom and bloom, move around, be open, be open. And I want to say thank you, Iris. Thank you so much for being a person that just truly blossoms and blooms and do what you do as well as you do and live a full life. I really admire that. And rich friends, I invite you to live richer with ease by exploring all the possibilities that are available to you when you're opening yourself up to new things and new places and new ideas. It is a great day to be rich. I am Vivian Rich. It is my dominant intent to inspire you to live richer with ease by discovering success leaves clues, as well as how to set that business up for success and to crack the code that success is not a secret, it is a system. Until next time, rich friend, continue to live richer with ease.